hello. How are you guys doing today? I'm good. Thank you for asking. Okay, so today I'm having some Oreos, some cookies, and some milk. Right? I'm probably wondering why it's a bit brownish, I can say. I've added in some sugar. This one is a dark brown sugar. Love this sugar. This one, because it has palm oil in it and it also has vitamin A concentrate. So, plus the sugar cane, of course. But I love it so much because it's healthy, So, and it brings a certain color to the food. So I like it so much. Yeah. I asked you guys to recommend and say whatever you want to see on my channel, whatever topics. And one user came up with a topic for me. She told me to talk about men who gossip. Okay, so let me open this first. Okay, let's talk about men who gossip with cookies right here and some milk. These are one of my favorite biscuits. So one of my favorite cookies are Oreos. Oh, the way they look. Oh my gosh, look at them. The way they taste. I didn't want to take a lot because I'm trying to lose weight. Because I gained weight. I don't know how many times I keep saying it. But forgive me. It's just my own body insecurities. I've gained weight. But look at me, I've gained weight, but I'm still eating this. Open, not this. Open. Yeah. Because we don't want to pretend like as if we don't eat it. Me, I eat a lot. It's just that today I feel like I have to decrease, I have to get back on my food. It's not really, I'm not trying to discourage people, girls out there from not eating. You gotta eat what you gotta eat as long as you're healthy, you're taking care of your body. No matter what weight you are, no matter what shape you are, love yourself. One of the ways of loving yourself is eating what your body can take. Alright? So right now my body can take this, but it doesn't mean that I have to eat it all the time, because sugar, it's really not something that's good for anybody if it's taken in excess. And this is pretty much sugar and some cream inside. Just when it goes in your body, it turns into fat and starch and bloated bellies, and yeah, that's what I'm dealing with right now. Well, I know. Some of you may be looking like, but then you're not young, you look at your body, I get it, but most of the times those things are edited, they're edited, they're photoshopped, some of them. Some photos, if you see me, you notice that I have like a little bump on the ground with stomach. That's just what it is. I'm human at the end of the day. So yeah, let's dig into this. Let me talk about men who gossip. Okay, so before that, let me sip some before I start talking. Oh, this is nice. This is very nice. First of all, let me just fix my mic real quick. Okay, so first of all, let me be honest. Almost everybody, almost all of us, we've gossiped before, one way or another. Petty gossips, yeah. I mean, we know who we run to when you want to talk about something or someone. Don't lie, you've gossiped before. I've done it before. I know religious people, they don't like gossiping, they don't believe in gossiping, but it is a human nature to vent. Sometimes if you cannot vent to the person directly, you need a support system to vent to. So you end up subconsciously or cautiously gossiping about the person. But it is one thing to go to another person to vent. It is another thing to go to another person to talk about things that don't concern you, that do not add value to you about other people. So when I'm talking about gossiping, I'm not talking about the verb, I'm talking about the adjective. The other people that are gossipers, they just cannot help it. They are always everywhere they go, they just want to talk about everybody. They want to go in groups, they want to go to people, they want to go to people's homes, they want to go to everywhere they are. They're bringing one news after the other to other people, like their Zodiac TV or their the other people, like their TV station and or radio station or newspaper. They take it upon themselves to be that media, to be a media of people knowing other people's business. So, and such people be very careful with such people, because they will tell you someone else's business, but they're also telling someone else's business, your business, to someone else. So you need to be careful with such people. Regardless, I am not a saint. First of all, let me be honest. I think I had that habit, but when I was younger. Because why? I can justify myself. When I was younger, I'd go to school and I'd come back. If I'm not watching TV, I'm talking to my friends and I'm talking to people. What am I talking to them about? I mean, come on. Meaning that I have to gossip here and there. But, my perception of gossiping changed when I started paying my own bills. This is so nice. This is so nice, man. Whoever invented this, I thank you. I'm not a fan of cookies, I'm not a fan of biscuits, but this is an exception for me. Okay. Where was I? I was saying that I'm not a fan of... There was a time when I used to gossip about people, but that's because of boredom, when someone else is taking care of your bills, life is easier on you. That's the honest truth. If you're living with somebody, regardless of how they're treating you, but if they're putting a roof over your head, they're giving you food, shelter, water, clothing, you don't have to worry about much, okay? So the other thing, that extracurricular activity you can do is gossip. If that is you're not working. At least if you say you're working and then you're contributing towards the house, that's a different thing. But if you're not doing anything and you're just staying at home, that is inevitable. You know what I'm saying? So, I personally believe that gossiping is more of an emotional trait. Gossiping, I feel like women were more emotionally invested than men, okay? But there are other men that are also emotional and they have inferiority complex, especially when it comes to other men. So these men, instead of tackling their own insecurities head on by improving themselves or by going head to head with whoever they have issues with, they decide to gossip to everyone about everything at every time. So that is a trait that most women we hate. We don't like it because we like, I mean, I'm not just talking about every woman, I'll be lying. Maybe if I rephrase myself and say heterosexual women, we don't like that, okay? Because in our own circle, in our own gender, we experience that a lot. We gossip about each other, someone about this other one, about this other one. So when it comes to engaging with a man, we don't expect that kind of energy again, that toxic femininity. So it's weird to have a toxic femininity in a man. It's just weird and it's annoying because then we start thinking, what are you doing with your life? You know about everybody else's life. Don't you have something to do with your life? Do you have a job or a career, or do you have a girlfriend at all? Maybe someone you can talk about those things to, because sometimes I think if you have a spouse or a partner, I think you can relate on that level, but not where you're going everywhere to everyone about everything. That's just weird and it's just toxic. Oh, forgive me for the lighting. I'm still trying to adjust my studio. Oh, this is nice. My point is, you find that this person, these men that gossip a lot, we see what they're doing with their lives. You notice that they're not doing much because they're wasting their time. Time is money. So instead of being productive, they're busy wasting their time to talk about other people, to be such busybodies in other people's spaces, instead of bettering themselves. Before you know it, they're behind financially and they've not done much with their lives. Because they've not done much with their lives, they were so busy talking about people who are doing something with their lives. You understand? It's a toxic narrative. It's a toxic cycle. If you find a man who gossips, avoid them. Nothing good comes with such energy. I'm not just talking about gossiping. I'm talking about gossiper. If you maybe encounter a man who is interested in you, but he is a gossiper, avoid such a person, because what guarantees are there that this person will not gossip about you when you fight or when you break up, or will not expose your weaknesses to everybody? I mean, before you know it, your business is out there in the streets. Why? Because you dated this guy, you tolerated him. At the end of the day, if you're married to a gossiper, I feel for you, man. I feel for you, because now you're gonna have to inherit his toxic energy, and people are gonna put you in a box like, these two are one, meaning that you're also like that, even if you're not. So I'm not saying that they're not loving people. I'm just saying that they really need to work on their boundaries, okay? And leave the gossiping to women. Leave it to us. And not all women like gossiping, by the way. Not all women are gossipers, but there's certain things you just don't embrace as a man or a woman. There's certain things that we women get put off, we get turned off by. Mm. Man. Yeah, so as I was saying, I feel like gossiping men are insecure men. And their insecurities, instead of working on their insecurities, they project them on other people. And that's not right. That's not okay. leave certain tendencies to kids, to teenagers, to because they don't have much to do anyway. They're still developing and they're still finding themselves. They're still young. They don't know what it is like to pay bills. But when you reach a certain age, there is no excuse for failure. There is no excuse for failure. And if you're a man who likes to gossip a lot, you need to change. It's not an automatic thing, but it's a one day at a time thing. Because it's not cute, it's not nice, it's actually nasty, it's toxic, it's childish, and it's feminine. Unless maybe, if you're feminine, no judgments here. I don't judge anybody by the sexual orientation, but I do judge them by their character and how they treat other people. To me, if you treat other people badly, then I'm gonna look at you with a side eye. If you're busy talking about other people, someone else's wife, someone else's girlfriend, what car this person is driving, where they're staying, what they're doing, how does that concern you? How is that your business? Do you give them money to pay rent? Do you give them money to buy food? Do they eat at your house? They do not do that. So honey, if you really want to progress in life, then take it from me. Work on yourself. Mind your own business. Okay? Nobody likes a busybody. Nobody likes toxic energy. I'm just saying. And cultivate healthy relationships. Because you attract who you are. Alright? Thank you for watching my channel. I'm still okay. That's my last one. Oh, that was nice. Okay, so thank you for watching my channel, and make sure to subscribe, like, share, leave a comment. And if you have ideas of topics that you want me to talk about on my channel, then hit me up on Instagram at Lamoti, and I'll be sure to respond. And who knows, maybe your topic will be one of the topics that I choose to talk about over dinner, or tea, or biscuits, cookies,